Yeah, welcome everybody to our second episode of Beyond the Cup, our new YouTube web series. I'm here today with Amber Olson, who is our packaging head judge for a brand new packaging awards component of the Canada Beer Cup. And my name's Hilary Hoogsteen. I'm the competition manager at Canada Beer Cup. How's it going, Amber?
Good, thanks. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Yeah, sun's out. Finally feels like spring is here. How are things? Are you right in Winnipeg?
Yes, I am right, yep, right in the city. Yeah, it's
Nice.
beautiful. It's so sunny. Yeah, it's very sunny today, which is nice. The snow's
Awesome.
melting.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited. We've got lots to talk about with our new competition element, the packaging awards, and we're super excited to have you on board this year as our head judge for packaging awards.
Thank you.
Yeah, so um, we found you through Dave Cole, who runs Prairie Beer Awards and is also one of our head judges this year. So you come with it's a very unique skill set to have run packaging awards before. So we're lucky to have you because you run the packaging awards for Prairie Beer Awards, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I started that with Dave. This will be my third year doing them with him. Um, yeah, such a fun opportunity, honestly, to get involved both with the Prairie Beer Awards and now with the Canada Beer Cup. Packaging in general is a love of mine, but as I've gotten into learning about beer the past several years, thanks to, again, Dave, he's really influential in terms of beer, that's for sure. Um, this trying the styles, trying all of the different beers was one thing, but taking special notice to how the cans looked, how the packaging looked, how they stood out, how they told the story of not only the beer itself, but the brewery, um, how incredible they were, like just beautiful, beautiful stuff out there. So I feel so lucky to be in this position where I'm involved with with the Canada Beer Cup. It's incredible.
Yeah, and I think packaging plays a really key role. I think it's an interesting dynamic because some, brewers might have the perspective that like it's all about the beer, the packaging doesn't matter. And I've even talked to head brewers when I was working like in a brewery in the past, and they were like, I've never bought a beer because of the packaging. And I'm like, maybe you don't think that you have, but you've definitely picked one up because of the packaging. And then maybe, yes, you read it more closely and then you bought it based on the actual accolades of the specific beer. But there's no way that people can say they've never bought a beer, at least picked it up because of the way that the can or the bottle looked.
I totally agree. Even locally, here in Winnipeg, I appreciate that you can go into a liquor store and see the shelves with craft beer from across Canada, and there's so many options. It's why part of the criteria even of the judging is shelf presence too, right? And how something will stand out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when it comes to breweries entering the awards,
Mhm.
so we've opened things up to both breweries that are doing things in-house and breweries that are working with an agency. So can you elaborate a little bit on how a brewery might engage with their, like, let's say they're working with a third-party designer, how that would kind of work for them?
Sure. I think I think as a designer myself, I mean, there's lots of design awards out there, and I mean, who doesn't want a little bit of accolades for the work that they've done, right? Especially as a designer, I can speak to when I work with my clients, I care about the end result. Obviously, I care about the clients getting what they're looking for and then some. And if an agency has put that effort in and worked closely with the client to get this result they're proud of, I would say it would be great for the brewery to just reach out to them in general and just say, hey, there's this opportunity where we've got this new category. Why don't we, look at what we've done together and see what we're most proud of, and put a few entries in at least, just,
Yeah, so the entry would still come from the brewery and the award would go to the brewery, but the agency or the designer would be welcome to participate, to join us at the gala. They could come up on stage and receive the award together with the brewery. And if they even wanted to purchase a second trophy to display, they could.
They absolutely could. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, so speaking a bit about you, you have background with Beer Awards, you're now running our packaging awards, and you also do work one-on-one with clients, is that right?
I do. Yeah. I started my own design and marketing agency. Um, it'll be 2 years ago this fall, which is incredible to me. I can't believe it. But I worked nationally with there's a lot of national head offices in Winnipeg. You'd be surprised. I know Winnipeg often
Very
is.
central.
Yeah, it's very central. And so I've been super lucky in my career to do advertising and marketing and design for 20 years now with national companies. And about a year and a half ago, um, I left to start my own thing. So now I work locally with a range of companies in different sizes, from family-owned businesses to independent retailers to um, you know, companies that have a few companies under their name. It's really lovely, and it's incredible
So
to.
I will put a link to your website in our description of this video. So if folks want to take a deeper dive and look at some of your work, they can do that.
Oh yeah. It's
Talk to us.
ohhiamber.com. I'm gonna just plug it right now.
Perfect. So talk to us a little bit about the judging panel that you're going to be putting together. So the packaging awards will be taking place digitally, and we'll get into that a little
Yes.
bit more later. But
Mhm.
I know you're looking for folks across Canada to be a part of the judging panel. And the applications are open for that right now. So if you can share a little bit about what you're looking for, who might be a good applicant to submit an application.
Yeah, absolutely. So, um, for me and what I'm looking for in our judging panel, so we're looking for um, ideally a judging panel for each of the categories. So we've got, so to recap our categories, we've got single, package, series, collaboration. So there's been so many of those. And fourth category for innovation as well. So ideally, we've got a panel of judges for each of those categories. The judges, in my opinion, in my preference, I guess, would have a bit of experience when it comes to packaging, understanding marketing, um, experience in the design field, um, and hopefully an understanding of beer a bit too, familiarity with it, though, we are going to watch out. If you fill out the application, we're definitely cognizant of anyone with affiliations with breweries. So
Perfect. And one of the benefits of the I guess nature of digital judging is that we're not limited by location. So the judging will take place at a set time, but folks don't need to travel. So it really opens things up as far as getting fabulous representation for sure across Canada, potentially those international judges as well. And you guys will all be able to collaborate online and
absolutely.
evaluate the designs.
Part of the submission criteria when the designs come in will be to send, the front of the can, the side of the can. I think zooming in on any particular details that, are um, special in general, like, that you've put a little extra into. So I think digitally is a really great avenue for doing this and for opening it up, being able to open up to a whole bunch of people. Yeah.
And so how kind of simple is it for a brewery? Like, can they basically take a picture on their phone according to the specs that we'll provide and upload that file? Is that essentially
That is
all they need to
exactly
do?
that is exactly as simple as it is. The biggest thing for me would be to make sure that the label is shown on the vessel. Like applied is absolutely the key. And we're going to be asking for a small rationale or story behind the design as well, because we don't want anyone to miss out on sharing the details of what makes their design innovative or special to them, or like there's always a story behind it. And while it's visually represented, um, we want to make sure everyone has the chance to kind of share what makes it special to them too.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that's really unique about craft beer is every brewery, every beer, it has a story to tell. And oftentimes there's like with these community collaborations, there is like such a cool backstory. And I think it's really neat that we now through our packaging awards have the opportunity to elevate that, share that, and provide recognition for something that goes a little bit beyond the ingredients and what you're drinking, but what does this beer mean? Talk to us a little bit about the innovation category. So I think that's it's broad by both nature and broad by intention. So what makes innovative packaging? Like, would you say it's the use of things like foils and wax, or is it the box can then turn into something else after, or is it the utility? What do you think will be beers that stand out above the rest with regards to innovation?
I can't wait to see, to be honest. I am like, you, with innovation, you just don't know. The printing process, the foils, yes, foils, like, just those extra touches that have gone in. Maybe you've worked with your printer or your agency has worked with a printer to come up with a new process that works a lot better, that makes things more efficient to do. Efficiencies are huge, and it's not lost on me. I've had conversations with brewers recently about how the can and the packaging almost ends up costing more than the beer inside going. But sustainability is, such a great thing to consider too when it comes to that category. Are your boxes or packaging, is it completely recyclable? Is it eco-friendly? Were there different inks used that maybe make less of an impact on the environment? Like there's just
Perfect. I wanted to
Hmm.
go back to the digital judging just for
Oh
a
yeah.
second. So one of the things that does play a key role in um, cans and bottle, particularly when it comes to labels, I would say, is texture. Um,
Mhm.
I didn't spend a lot of time designing labels, but I have spent some, and I just wanted to emboss everything because I love when you pick something up and you can feel it feels good in your hand.
Mhm.
So how will we capture that with digital judging?
I think that's where those details come into place, right? That those detailed shots that I talked to earlier, as far as, those details that make your design sing. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. We'll make sure like, yes, if they're there as you're submitting a design, um, just highlight them, get them in front of our faces so we can make sure we see.
Folks that win a packaging award. So we're trying to keep timelines the same as far as breweries, so they don't need to keep track of two dates. So the submission window will be the same. So you'll submit your beers through the BAP system, just like your tasted beer entries. You'll submit the packaging submissions through the BAP system as well, same timeline. You'll then ship your physical product to either your consolidation point or to Niagara Falls. And at the same time, you're gonna upload your files. Uh,
Yes.
and then the files, it is a separate judging process from our side, but for the breweries, we're keeping everything very congruent. And then October 18th is the awards gala for both. So
Yes.
breweries that want to attend, you can invite your design agency, you can invite your mom, like it's also open to the public. And they will receive,
There. I would love to see moms there.
I know, there's never enough moms. Uh, and then they will receive it. it'll be the same type of trophy. So the recognition is of the same stature. You get to come up on stage just like winning an award for your beer submission.
A lot of breweries have such talented people in-house and on staff that have put beautiful things together too. And I think the brewers and, you know, the different styles of beer, obviously, I mean, that's the purpose, is to get the attention on the styles of beer and the quality of beer. But, you know, there's these people sometimes in the back that are doing incredible labels and incredible things. And, you know, if you're at a brewery and you've got that person who always delivers and makes your product look fantastic, it's, you know, give them their moment to put their work forward too, because they're making your beers shine.
Oftentimes, especially smaller breweries or breweries that are maybe a little bit newer,
Mm.
the owner is wearing all the hats, or, you know, 3 or 4 people are wearing all the hats. And this is an opportunity to get that constructive feedback on where you can improve. Even if you, you know, maybe you don't necessarily think your design is award winning, but you are, just kind of like doing the designs yourself, and you think I could really use some input on how I could make this better or make this stand out.
Yes.
Often breweries are putting people in these positions where the tap room manager, oh, you can use Illustrator, great, you make the labels now. And
Yeah.
it can be a fabulous opportunity for growth. And that's what I think is also really cool about providing this opportunity for folks to submit their designs, is it can help with that kind of professional development on the marketing side and give people really important feedback from professionals that they can then use to improve. Yeah. Was there anything else that you wanted to add about the packaging awards or the competition in general before we kind of wrap things up?
I don't think so. I think, you know, like you said, judging applications are open.
Yeah, for breweries that are watching, you know, please share this with your marketing team, with your designer, give some thought to entering the packaging awards this year. Entries will be opening May 20th. There is an early bird window, so there is an incentive for those that are punctual. And then we go into regular pricing after that. So I know folks love to leave things to the last minute, but take advantage of the early bird window. You do save actually quite a bit of money. It works out to like entering 4, getting 1 free if you do early bird. So be sure to take advantage of that May 20th, put it on the calendar, and be sure to include a couple of your designs in the packaging awards this year, as well as entering the beer. Oh, I need to think of a better way to distinguish with my language, but the beer submissions for the Canada Beer Cup as well.
Hmm. I can't wait to see them.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thanks.